Yes, villagers, today we're going to be talking about 4 ways to reduce anxiety. If you want to find out if your view is recommended among the 4, you are in the right place. If you're new to this channel, welcome to our village. If you're a returning villager, welcome as well. So, let's get into it. Welcome to Garden of the Mind, where we reduce stress, improve our health and fitness, and improve our financial IQ every episode. I found anxiety to fit into 2 distinct categories. One is when you try to live your life based on someone else's benchmarks. The other one is what I consider to be paralysis by analysis. You have so many different possibilities and you get stuck in that possibility. So you have thousands of different possibilities, all of which are telling you what can go wrong, but not advancing to look for what can and will go right. Well, we're going to give you some tips to help you out of those spaces. Tip number 1, don't put your self-esteem into an external place. What do I mean by that? A lot of us, we get our value and validation from what it is that we do. If we continue to get our validation from what it is that we do, there's always going to be bigger and bigger playing fields. And each time you're going to feel as if your future depends on this one benchmark, this one test. So this test here determines your future, or this next album that you put out is going to mean the difference between success and something else. When we put our self-esteem in external metrics, the metrics just keep getting bigger. There's bigger and bigger playing fields, and each one we keep saying that we have to do this or we're going to face certain doom. When we're stacking the cards up against ourselves like that, there's no reason why as we approach whatever this metric is, we start to feel anxiety. We start to be afraid because we've elevated this to survival. So if it doesn't go the way that we want to, we're thinking death. We're not thinking this is just a test. This is just a concert. This is just an exam. This is just standard operating procedure for what we've already done and already have been successful. Tip number 2, control your controllables. When we control our controllables, it gives us agency over our life and gives us power in our situation. But if we start to believe that we have power over things that we don't have power over, there's always going to be anxiety. I've heard a wonderful saying. It says, if you can change your situation, then don't complain. And if you can't change your situation, don't complain. Exercise your power where you have dominion. And other places and things that you can't control, just got to let it roll. Tip number 3, let the main thing be the main thing. In order for you to know what the main thing is, you have to identify a goal. You have to identify what does success look like in this particular situation. What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Use your senses to imagine what success is going to look like in this particular vein. And then use all of your energy to pursue that success. Everything after that is second. Once you've identified a priority, then now you have a target that you can aim at. You have something that you can do tangibly to make sure that you meet the mark that you are looking for. If you put all of your effort into that first plan and that priority, then everything else is going to be second. And that's great. That's exactly what we are looking for. We are looking for you to put everything into plan A because plan B diminishes plan A. So if you put all of your effort into making sure that you are successful in plan A, you don't have to worry about anything else not going the way that it's supposed to go. Tip number 4, if all else fails and you feel that anxiety coming at you, stop and breathe. Take some time out to count backwards from 10, all the while breathing so that you can recenter yourself. Anxiety is all about the future, and it's not about right now. When you are starting to breathe, you are becoming more mindful of exactly what's going on in your body right now, and gives you an opportunity for you to not live in the future, but live right now and control what you can control right here and right now. Now, anxiety can certainly be paralyzing, but understand we've built this anxiety up. This was an inside job. Anxiety didn't come at us. We sat down and manufactured this anxiety by believing whatever this metric is that we are supposed to somehow achieve it. And sometimes those things can come from an authority figure in our lives who are trying to mean well for us and tell us that we have better in us and we should be doing better and we should continue to strive. And what ends up happening is after that person is no longer in our lives, we take over and now start to look at ourselves from a position of deficiency. We start to look at everything that we do as not good enough. If we got a 95, we are looking for those 5 points. We're never focusing and concentrating on what we have. We're looking for what it is that we don't have. Let's spend some time appreciating who you are, and that everything that is happening when it's supposed to happen and how it's supposed to happen. You are not supposed to be further along. You're supposed to be exactly where you are. Run your race at your pace, not at someone else's pace, and don't look to compare yourself to anyone else. You are completely different than anybody else and should not be compared. You are completely unique. Appreciate those qualities that you have and how you've been created. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you want to know when I post, which is Wednesday, click on that notification bell. You get that ding on your phone, and you know that a new video is waiting for you. And remember, thoughts are actions, words have power, and actions have consequences. I'll see you next Wednesday. I'll see you then.